I gotta get another hobby.
Well, it's a wonderful day in the neighborhood, ladies and gents. Out here at the river taking some photographs of birds and thinking everything's going okay, doing some B-roll with my Hero 7. But don't you just hate it when the audio is out of sync with the video? Jesus. Well, that was interesting. I had the onboard audio hooked up. I unhooked it and I unhooked the power supply at the same time, and guess what? The battery was dead on the GoPro, so the whole video stopped. We're going to try this again by just unhooking the audio connector and hooking it back up. I don't know if it's going to work, but let's see. Okay, I hooked the audio connector back up. Don't know if it's in sync. May not be. But this is an indicator of the pain in the ass you have with GoPro with that external mic adapter when you get failed audio sync. There are several ways to take care of it. One is to unhook the audio after you get the movie running, hook it back up. The way I've been doing it is I just unhooked the whole dongle from the GoPro. But now I just discovered that if my battery on board the camera is shot, which this one apparently is, then we lose everything and then you get to start the video over again. Okay, so I unhooked the audio cable, plugged it back in. Is the video in sync right now? If it's not, we're going to have to do it in post. That's a fix. Another fix is to just use an external mic. I've got one here. Let me show you. External mics are pretty cool. These all there are different flavors. This one is the Sony PX470, which I really like because it's easy to use. It fits in the pocket. Controls are simple. You can hook up a nice fluffy stereo microphone to it and you'll get pretty good audio. Here's an example. Well, the nice thing about having an on-body mic is you don't have to have a mile-long mic cord and your audio will still come through. And if you sync it up in post, it should even match your lips. How's it doing so far? Can you read my lips? You can also use a Zoom H1N, which is pretty good. The only problem with it that I find is it's a little bit too big to fit in my shirt pocket. It sticks out and it's kind of ugly, so I prefer the Sony. Audio quality on the Zoom H1N is a little bit better though. Syncing up audio and video on the GoPro is not foolproof, and I'm the fool that proved it just now. Okay, well, what do you do? If it's going to be uncertain whether the audio is going to sync up all the time, maybe it's best, yeah, do all the other stuff, unhook the audio, hook it back up. But what if it doesn't sync? Maybe it's best at the start of a video, make a noise so that you can sync it in post. And the noise that's usually made is the big guys use a clapper board. Just use your hands. Clap them twice, and then in post, separate the audio track from the video track. Move them together to where the hand clap and the sound are synchronized, and you've got it fixed. And that's what I'll do on the ending of this one, so that at least you won't be seeing my ugly face yakking at you out of sync. God. Well, that was a little bit confusing. We'll have a chart here that explains it all, but basically if you start the Hero 7 with external power applied, then audio and video will be out of sync. What you need to do is start the Hero 7, then apply external power. The audio doesn't make any difference. External audio can be applied at any time, and it'll always be in sync. Well, we're losing the light here. It's the end of a good day. We've learned a lot about the GoPro. I'm using the setup now without the external power supply because I ran the external power supply down recharging this GoPro out on the field. Darn batteries, you gotta watch them. This GoPro was made from a version that NoobTube, go ahead and look him up on YouTube, recommended, and I copied it pretty much, except I didn't use a shotgun mic. I don't like shotgun mics. I find that they end up being very inconvenient, and they actually add a whole lot of weight and mess to the setup. You can see by this video that I'm showing you here what mine looks like. It works pretty good. I'm using a lapel mic coming off of it. Don't have the external battery supply on it because I ran it down out in the field, of course, but everything else is about the same. GoPro Hero 3 Plus and 4 are also good ones to use. So if you've got one of those, you can hook those up. And there's a problem with them that you can't hook up the audio and an external power supply at the same time. So again, you're going to be watching the batteries, but the audio doesn't lag the video on those. You get a trade-off with either version of these things. In the end, they're all pretty good. Hope you enjoyed this session. See you next time.